movies where we watch them so you don't have to.
That's right. And this week we watched Exorcism at 60,000 feet.
And it's brought to us by Scream Factory.
Yeah. This movie came out in 2020. It's 96 minutes long. Not rated. With an amazing cast. Lance Henriksen, Bill Moseley, Adrian Barbeau.
And who is this directed by?
I don't know. Don't care.
Directed by Chad Farron. So, we're trying to escape the devil.
Uh-huh.
So we get on a plane.
That's apparently what a plane sounds like in my world.
Yeah, and the devil falls onto the plane, and there's a bunch of ridiculousness that ensues. And what happens in this movie? Chug!
Exorcism at 60,000 feet is what you would get if you crossed Scary Movie with Airplane. So it's about a priest who is an exorcist, and he has a body for some reason in the storage compartment that is possessed. And as they're flying, the girl sitting next to him is like, hey, let's do an exorcism, or let's do a Ouija board. And the priest who's an exorcist is just like, yeah, okay, let's play with the Ouija board. And summons the demon. Demon starts going around through the air vents. There is a terrorist with a removable nose that I didn't quite understand what was happening with that, but okay. This is a comedy. It's hard to give
a spoof.
plot.
It's a parody.
Spoof. It's hard to give plots to parody movies.
All right, well, cool. I like Scary Movie, and I like
one?
Airplane.
Yeah.
I like the first two a lot.
Yeah, the second one was really good.
I almost like the second one better.
Yeah.
So we like those. So what do we like about this one?
The parody stuff was spot on here.
Yeah.
The spoof aspect of it, if you're familiar with exorcism movies, if you're familiar with airline disaster movies.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. You'll really dig the spoof aspects here. And the comedy was really funny. For the most part. For at least part. A part.
I love the cast in this. I mean, this has a really great cast. I mean, a lot of familiar faces.
Bill motherfucking Moseley.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know if it's just because I'm in the process of rereading 4 Past Midnight with the Langoliers.
Oh, yeah.
But lately, that's been on my mind. And so having a movie that takes place in an
aircraft.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? Airplane.
Yeah, I like that setting.
Yeah.
That kind of...
It's very claustrophobic and contained.
Yeah, exactly. There's some parts that made me laugh. I mean...
I probably laughed more than you did.
This is a very... we use it a lot, but moon movie. I mean, this is ridiculous humor. Over the top, silly.
This is really a parody movie.
Full
a parody spoof, whatever you want to call it. Think Weird Al, think Scary Movie, think Leslie Nielsen. This is that movie. This is lowest common denominator, stupid humor, vomit, and glowing vaginas, which I did kind of think that bit was kind of funny. This is not highbrow humor. This is lowbrow humor. And I think you need to know that going in, because it will absolutely affect how you view it and how you enjoy it.
You know, I will say that the special effects, makeup effects were done pretty dang good.
Yeah, way better than they had any right to be.
Yeah.
The glowing vagina was amazing.
Yeah, there's all sorts of effects going on in this. You know, there's some blood and gore, and that looks all good. So, no complaints in that department.
Yeah.
A lot of on-screen stuff, whether it's silly or not.
Boobs.
Yeah, there was boobs, lesbians.
There were nuns finger banging each other, and I'm always down for that. Is there anything that we didn't like outside of what we've already kind of talked about?
Yeah, I don't know. This was the second time I've watched this now. So I knew what it was, and I still could not get into it. I don't know what it is about it, because I knew it was dumb humor, which I usually love, but I must just not have been in the mood when I threw it on again.
This is just not the right.
No, I really struggled with it again, and a lot of it was just like, oh my gosh, seriously, come on. I feel like Lance Henriksen, some of the main cast was kind of underutilized.
That's my biggest complaint. The people I was most excited to see in this, Lance Henriksen, Bill Moseley, Adrian Barbeau, I wanted to see more of them, and they were all almost just cameos.
Yeah.
They were like extended cameos. They were not main characters. They were hardly pivotal to anything that happened. None of them really had any good comedy lines either, which is a shame because Lance Henriksen is really funny. Yeah. Bill Moseley, fucking hilarious. These are people who can be really funny, and I feel like they were wasted.
I got bored with it again, even though I knew it was going to happen. It's one of those where if you're not in the mood for this kind of humor and comedy, you're going to check out pretty quick. You get more annoyed by it than anything. And I'm just like, damn it. And I watched it once, and I did not remember enough to just do this review of that. So I was like, I better throw this on again. I was wanting to anyway. And that's really, I don't know.
It's a parody. Know going into it that it's a parody movie and you'll enjoy it a lot more. I bet if I watched this back when I was late teens, early 20s, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Because the first two Scary Movies, that's when they came out. I was late teens, early 20s, and I enjoyed those quite a bit.
Yeah, I love those ones.
And now looking back, I have the nostalgia with it that when I watch it, I still laugh quite a bit because I have that connection. Some of the gross out jokes were, I think I'm just at the point in my life where I'm over that kind of stuff now, like the whole vomit joke thing.
It's been done so many times.
Yeah, it's hard to make it funny anymore. There aren't enough parody movies coming out. Okay, I actually watched a whole 1.5-hour documentary this past week about how parody movies are kind of going away.
Oh, really?
Like they were coming along okay into the 50s and 60s, and then in the 70s there were a lot, and the 80s was kind of so-so, and the 90s was like the powerhouse period for it, and they've been on a decline ever since. So, if nothing else, I'm thankful for this movie for keeping that tradition alive, because it is important. Parody movies are when you can take the things that all of the fans complain about and really shove them in the light and make fun of them. And that's how we get movement forward. Horror movie parodies were what pushed Wes Craven to move to Scream, because he was like, hey, I'm not the only one who notices these issues. All of the fans notice it too, so let's push that into the limelight and deal with it. So we need parody movies. So for that reason alone, I'm thankful this movie was made. I'm going to give it just a middle of the road 4 out of 8. It's not a great parody. It's far from the best parody movie, but it's far from the worst. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 8, just middle of the road. Know what you're getting into. And if nothing else, support this, because we need more of this to propel the horror genre forward.
I think you hit it spot on when you said
Woohoo!
if I would have
I
watched, if I watched this when I was a teenager, I probably would have liked it a lot more. And that's so true. It just didn't do it for me again. It didn't do it for me the first time I watched it, and I didn't like it any more than I did the first time. I don't know, this one just falls short for me. I didn't really laugh. I got more annoyed and frustrated by the humor in this. It does have some great special effects, great cast. I wish they would have used them more. I love the setting of being on a plane, kind of that claustrophobic, you can't get away kind of ordeal. So, and I struggled to get through it again. And I own it. Will I watch it a third time? I don't know. But I agree. Parodies are important, I think, to help propel, like a propeller in a plane.
Propel water.
To get, I've had that a lot. I just don't like this thing. I don't know why. And I want to. It's one of those that I want to like it and I want to laugh, but I just haven't yet. But, it's by far not the worst parody out there, or worst movie in the world. So,
no.
I wouldn't say not watch it, because if you like this stuff, you'll probably get a kick out of it. Just kind of know it's stupid. I'm just going to go 2 out of 8 on this, because I don't hate it, but I definitely do not like it. Have you seen this movie? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like, subscribe button, all that horse baloney.
Go over, check us out at Facebook.com/StoopidMovies, Instagram @StoopidMovies, @Dr. Sat Turner, @TheHorrorPunk, email us StoopidMovies@Outlook.com. I'm not doing a setup here. I really have no joke for this one.
Sweet. That was a plane.
Oh, mine was a turkey.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a turkey on a plane.
Oh, my
Thanksgiving 4 or Thanksgilling 4.
Thanksgiving 4. Gobble, gobble.